Hey guys, what's up? My name is Natalia. I'm 24 years old. I'm from Brazil and I've been living here in the United States for 11 months now, almost a year. Yay! And today I'm here to talk to you guys about au pair. So I came here with the au pair program and lots of people don't know what that means. Like, what is an au pair? Where do they live? What do they eat? So, au pair actually is a French expression and it means like equal to, like indicating that the relationship is intended to be one of equals. I think that means like that the au pair should be intended to become like a member of the family. So the au pair program actually is, you live in like any country. You can be from Brazil, I don't know, from Spain, from Germany, and then you want to go to another country and you want to live with I don't know, an American family, for example, if you're going to the United States, like me, or you want to go to a French family in France, and then you have this option, the au pair program, where you're gonna live with a family, learn their culture, and also you're gonna help them taking care of their kids. So that's amazing because it's like if we are an older sister or brother, if you're a guy. So it's supposed to be like an affordable live-in childcare. So I'm gonna talk about the requirements for the program, but this is like for most of the programs because it depends on the agency and also the country you want to go. I know some programs of au pair for other countries. You don't get the flight tickets, like you have to pay for your own flight tickets. And this one that I'm going to talk about is the one to the US, and more specifically mine, which I did. So the requirements are, you have to be a young woman or man, like you have to be from 18 to 26 or 28 years old. So they don't get people sometimes older than 28 years old. Some other countries, they accept people until their 30s, I think. So the second thing, you need to be responsible and you need to be interested in the country's language. Sometimes they also said not only the country's language but the culture, because you're gonna be there for a long time. So you need to have any interest in their country's language and culture. The third thing, you need to have at least 200 hours of documented childcare, and it can be with somebody from your family because you guys might have the same last name, and that can be. And also, if you want to take care of babies or toddlers, you need to be infant qualified. For that, you're gonna need 200 hours with babies or toddlers until the age of 2 years old. Okay, so the next thing, you need to be proficient in conversational English. That's why I chose to do this video in English and with subtitles in my language, so this can reach as many people as possible, and also because you need an English level like to speak with people, because you can't be like really basic, because you're gonna come here, you're gonna have a lot of things to deal with. You're gonna maybe have to get your driver license from here. You're gonna have to, I don't know, what if something happens, you need to go to the hospital, so you need to know how to communicate really good with them. So the next thing is you gotta be healthy. So you're gonna have to go to a doctor and get like a form. Usually the agency gives you a form and you bring it to the doctor and he has to fill out saying that you're in a good condition, that you have no diseases, whatever, and also that you had all your shots that you need to go in the country, to get to the country. In my case, I needed like 5 shots. And I had almost all of those in one day, and I hate needles, so yeah, it was terrible. Some agencies also ask that you finish high school, so if you didn't do high school, you can do like something similar to complete this step, and then you can show them that yes, I did school and I'm done with my high school. Next thing you need is to have the driver license. So most agencies ask that, but not necessarily you're gonna drive for the family, only if they need you to. But I think most of the families kind of want you to drive, so you can drive the kids to school or to other activities. And also have successfully pass a detailed background investigation. So they are of course gonna investigate you if you have any criminal records. Even I think it's one of the documents listed, it's a criminal records. They have to send them, and usually it has to be clean for you to be accepted. Okay, jumping up to the responsibilities of an au pair. Many people don't know, but the au pair can work up to 45 hours in a week and up to 10 hours a day. And some host families kind of like do that, some not. But it's totally against the program if they make you work more than 45 hours a week. Anything past that, you only work if you want to, and please charge extra. So in the au pair responsibilities, you also have to do, of course, childcare, that it's the main thing you're going there to do, and also light housekeeping, but is related to childcare, such as doing children's laundry or also cleaning up after the kids. And some families don't understand, but this is in your work hours. So if you're not working, if it's your time off, you don't necessarily have to clean anything in the house, only of course the things you get dirty, like you're going there, you make your dinner, of course you have to clean up after yourself and also after the kids, but only in your work time. As I said, in the responsibilities, maybe you have to drive. So maybe you have to drive the kids to school or to a play date or also to other activities. Like my kids, they do soccer and gymnastics, so I have to drive them to these places where they can do their sports. You also have to assist the kids with doing their homework. Not necessarily you have to do it yourself, nope. And not necessarily you have to sign up for things that the parents needs to sign up. So what you need to do is just assist the kids with their homework, like help them with their homework. And the last thing is that every au pair needs to have at least 6 credits or 72 hours of class. It can be in any educational institution of your choice, and it can be any classes. In my case, I did advanced English. It was pretty cool, and I got the 72 hours. Starting to talk about the benefits for the au pair, the first one is that you don't have to pay the flight tickets. And this is, in my case, again, because I came to the United States. I know for some other countries, you have to pay it yourself. You don't have to pay for the flight tickets. Second, the host family has to provide you a room, access to a bathroom, and also 3 healthy meals a day, every day. So you don't have to spend money with food. You only have to spend money with personal items. I don't know, like soap, like toothbrush, this kind of things. Another benefit is the payment that you have, which is at least $195 a week. That's the minimum. Some other agencies, it's another story. It's like, I don't know, 200, or the number varies. The number is not the same. But they have to pay you at least the amount of money that the agency establishes. They don't have a maximum, they only have the minimum. So the host family has to pay you at least $500 towards the educational credits. So they help you with the studying, with the classes. So they have to pay at least $500. If it's more than $500, only if the family wants to pay. Usually you pay yourself. If it's like $600, then you pay like $100, and then the family pays the $500 for the classes. The au pairs should have 1.5 days off a week, and also 1 week in the month off for themselves, just to do whatever you want. So that's a pretty good thing, but not all the families follow. Another benefit is that the au pairs have 2 weeks of paid vacations and also a 13-month to travel in the USA. So you stay for 1 year, and the 13th month you can just travel around or do whatever you want, which many people enjoy that, to travel around the USA, visit, I don't know, the Grand Canyon, visit Washington DC, do whatever you want. So it's pretty good. And the last thing is that every agency I know, they have an LCC or area director, regional director. It's all the same thing. It's a person that needs to be helping not only the host families but the au pairs, and they have monthly meetings with the au pair to check if everything's okay, if the family is following the rules of the program, and also they talk to the family to check if the au pair is following the rules. And they are usually the people that have to help you in case of a rematch or whatever happens. You go to your LCC or your area director and you say to them what's going wrong, what is happening. Okay, so I'm gonna list some agencies. Some are bigger ones, some are smaller, and even mine, it's gonna be in this list. But I'm not recommending any for you guys. I would like you guys, if you want to be an au pair, to choose yourself. You have to check every agency, the requirements, the rules, because the rules are different for each agency. And you might check also people's experience with the agencies, because some agencies are not really good in costume service, or the LCCs don't help as much as other agencies. So please help yourself and choose between these ones I'm gonna list, which one is gonna be a better fit for you. So the agencies are Au Pair Care, Cultural Care Au Pair, Go Au Pair, Au Pair in America, Au Pair International, Expert Au Pair, Au Pair for Me, and many others. Now, talking about the process of being an au pair, I'm going to start talking about the application. So first thing is the cost to be an au pair. You're going to usually spend $150 when you're doing your application, doing your documents and everything. And when you close a match with the family, like when you're already set up with the family, you're gonna pay $350 more to the agency. Usually that's the cost. It can be more or less depending on the agency. So usually it's $500 to the agency, and also you have some other things you're gonna spend money with, like documents, the medical insurance, or sometimes medical checkups because they make you do it, and also all the expenses with the visa. So this is the cost, and the first thing you're gonna do, of course, is choose your agency, check what the requirements are, fill the application with all of your information, then provide documents to the agency like your IDs, your driver license, your criminal records, and other type of documents they are gonna specify for you. Also, they usually ask for a medical checkup, providing that you're healthy. So you're gonna have this form, you're gonna have to go and schedule a doctor's appointment, go there, and the doctor will fill out if you're healthy or not, and what type of shots did you have, and if you need some, you're gonna have to take it before you can apply. Now that's some agencies. Some other agencies, I think this process is more when you have the match. You're also gonna have to fill the information about childcare. You're gonna have to provide the contact information of all the people you work for. And again, it can be anybody from your family or somebody that has your last name. And the last thing you usually have to do in the application is making the application video, where you introduce yourself to the host families, like talk about you, and most of the people show them taking care of kids in the video too. I also have my application video. It was not the best because I didn't have much time, but it's in my channel. You guys can check. It's one of my oldest videos. So about the matching process is actually all your documentation was verified by the agency. They're going to inform you, oh, you were accepted in the program, and then you pay the fee of the $150, and they're like, okay, now you can do your profile. And then you're going to fill the profile in the agency's website, and you will be online for the families. Now this profile is almost like a Facebook. You're gonna put pictures, and they're gonna say the rules for the pictures, and there are some other things on your profile. You're gonna have to list whatever you did with the kids. You're gonna have to talk about yourself a lot. And then it's the worst part for most of the people, at least, because it's the waiting time. You have to wait for family, because in all of the agencies' profiles or websites, the family chooses the au pair. So the au pair only fills the profile and waits for the families to talk to her or to him. And so after a long time of waiting, I waited I think 2 months, and then families started to talk to me on my profile. And then you're gonna start the interview process with families. That means they're gonna show some interest in you, and you have to schedule Skype meetings, or I don't know, you can talk on the phone with them. And then you're gonna have your time, or I don't know, sometimes you won't have time and you have to choose a family depending when the family needs you. And after you matched with a family, you're gonna have to pay the rest of the fees to the agency and then start your visa process. For the visa process, you're gonna spend a little bit of money because you need to go to the consulate, and you're gonna have, of course, to schedule an interview, and then you're gonna do the whole process of the visa and pay for the fees and go in person, send your documents, that kind of stuff. And usually in the visa process, you're gonna be accepted because you have an agency, so you have all the documents needed. You have the au pair letter, you have everything settled, you have the family, you have everything. So usually the visa, it's for me at least, it was pretty easy and I was accepted. And then my passport was mailed to me with my visa on it. It was a pretty simple process. The visa that the au pairs have is the J1 Visitor Exchange Visa, which is a non-immigrant visa. So we are non-immigrant. There are some things we can do and some things we cannot because we are non-immigrant. So one of the last steps is preparing for your trip, which you're gonna have to check if all the fees are paid. You're gonna get your international driver's permit. This international driver's permit, it allows you to drive for 1 year, at least here in the United States, without needing the driver license of the state. But for some insurance companies, you're gonna have to take the driver license from the state so the family can include you in their insurance. You're also gonna have to check your health insurance website to see what does it cover, what does it not cover, just so you can know. And also you have to print your card. And also you have to prepare to meet your host family. Some of the agencies, they say you have to pick gifts you can bring to the host family, and I would say bring something from your country and don't spend a lot of money. At least my family, they were not expecting for anything. They didn't give me anything, and to be true, they actually didn't seem to care that much for the things I brought for them. Some of it they liked, but they didn't kind of use the stuff I got them. So it was actually space in my baggage that I kind of wasted. So the only tip I have, it's maybe bring things for the kids, but maybe don't waste your time getting things for the parents. And then you're gonna pack your bags and you're gonna be good to go. But you also need to do the child care training. Depending on the agency, it's gonna be different. In my case, because of my agency, the child care training was all online. It was only like videos. It was only like a slideshow, and I had to answer questions about it. And in some other agencies are different. Some other agencies, when you come to the US, you get to New York, if I'm not wrong, and you're gonna be staying there with a lot of other au pairs, and you guys are gonna go through the childcare training with real people, like real teachers or with instructors, and that's it. But in my case, it was only online, and I think with COVID, they're kind of doing it online too. So that was it. If you guys have any questions about the program, if you guys have anything to say about what you think the best agency is, if you guys would do the au pair program, let me know in the comments. And also there is plenty of other choices to go abroad. So also if you know any other program that it's pretty good of just studying and staying with a family without having to take care of kids, comment down below. And that was it. I hope everybody liked the video, and I see you guys next time. Bye.